Hi everyone, welcome to Level Up Personal Finance. As regular viewers, you know I produce a monthly net worth video where I go over my actual numbers from my personal net worth statement and kind of talk about what strategies are working for me, what things are not, and what changes are in place. So let's jump right into it. As you can already see on here, my net worth this month ended up at 1.4 million. This is tied for the highest it's ever been from earlier this spring. So I've had some good changes since then. Well, I guess it dropped down a little bit, but now it's gotten better. So I'm happy about that one. And for the last month, I had a 90,000 increase in my net worth. So August was very good. It was one of the best months I've ever had on here. So all positive across the board. So can't complain at all. But let's kind of jump right into a little bit more about me and then what's going on in August. So some quick background here. I'm probably older than most of you. I'm 52. I don't have kids. I work a regular job. And I've been tracking my net worth since 2007. I think that's one of the most critical things about personal net worth is that you do track it, that you do understand where you are. If you don't know where you are, then you have no idea how you're going to get to where you want to be. So I strongly encourage anyone to track your net worth. And there's plenty of videos. I think I have one, I know, that actually talks about how to do this. But even if you do it complex or simple, please do it. Second, my goal is really financial independence. I know some people talk about retiring early. I enjoy going to work. I don't mind doing that. I plan to work in some form or fashion, probably to the day I die. So the goal is really financial independence. And you could call that like FU money, the ability to do what I want, when I want. If I don't like a job, I can leave it. If I lose my job, get fired, I'm okay because I know I'm secure. And while I have that, I think right now short term, I'm not there long term yet. So that's really the goal of where I'm going towards. And I hit a major milestone last December when I hit the 1 million mark in net worth for the first time. So I think that's a goal a lot of us, I guess, want to get to. Obviously, I think in today's world, you probably need a little bit more than that in the long run before you can have that full financial independence or retire early. So things are going well, and hopefully they'll keep on improving for me. So what happened in August right here? Well, if you're new to my channel, you will learn that I do invest in cryptocurrency. I'm not one of those crazy people to put everything into crypto. And if you are one of those people, don't take that personal. I called you crazy. I think you guys are animals about how this hyper growth that you may see someday, and I hope it works for you because if it does, it works for me as well. It makes up about about a fifth of my assets, and it's actually been more than what I thought it should be. Now, I'm not prepared necessarily to rebalance it by selling my crypto. I do have a plan of when I plan to sell and how I'm going to sell, but I'm not quite there. I have sold a little bit, but the vast majority of my crypto I'm holding on to for some future targets that I have on there. So what I'm doing to address the too much is really attempting to grow my other assets. Starting a few plans on that one. I think that goes into the next point here. Well, another point. The stock market has good returns for me as well, so that definitely assisted me with my growth for August. So nothing but good notes about the stock market. But the thing I wanted to touch on is that I am hitting a goal of this year of where I wanted to start a retail investment account. Most of my all my money in the stock market was through retirement funds, but now I'm actually doing a non-tax advantage plan on myself, and I kind of have a plan for that one. So I'll hit on that once I get past the net worth numbers if you hang around to listen. But let's jump right in because I know your time is valuable. So what is my net worth statement for this month? So my checking and savings is up to 47,000. I'm very heavy on having this, so I like to carry a 9-month emergency fund. So if anything happens to my job or I need to leave, take care of family members, what have you, I know I'm set and secure for a very long extended time. And also I have sinking funds that allow me for large, infrequent expenditures that I have the money saved up. So as an example, I have a large property tax bill due at the end of 2021, so I've already saved that up. I also like to have cash on hand for if I go on a vacation. And also, as I've talked about in previous videos, I do have a 401k loan, which is probably a little bit strange to hear from someone that has my net worth, but I do have that. So I'm right now saving to pay that off, which I'm on target to do that early next spring. So anyway, long story short, I just have heavy cash balances right now. My retirement funds grew by 2% this month, and that includes contributions and growth. So 690,000. So I'm quickly approaching the 700,000 mark. So hopefully that's going to happen this month. That would be a fun thing to see it actually see it hit that level. And as I previously mentioned, cryptocurrency. So this is a major part of the 90,000 growth that I saw this month. So it grew 22%, a little bit north of 350,000. Not quite the all-time high that I've hit, but it's getting closer to that. Now, as far as like how much I'll put into this, I'm in it for about 80,000 is what my cost is. I've been investing in crypto since 2017, so 4, 5 years now at this point. So it's something that I've been slowly putting more into over the years. So a lot of this is growth. So, I'm up like I think at least 4 times on this one. So it's definitely been a good investment for me. My house and car, so obviously my physical assets, and I added this other in here. So it's about 7,000 of this is the other, and that's new what I've added on here. I've never really quite been certain how to classify my health savings account as well as this new retail account that I've created. So I've just kind of stuck it in here as an other account until it grows to a large amount. But overall, this is pretty steady. So overall, my assets are a little bit north of 1.5 million, highest it's ever been. So it had a growth of 3% for August. So good news there. Now on the liability side, this kind of stays the same every month. Credit cards always kind of at the end of the month always be at the same balance, somewhere between $1,000 and $2,000. I pay it off every month. Mortgage, obviously this consistently just keeps on going down. So altogether right here, total liabilities a little bit under 160,000. So happy with the direction that's going in. You can do the math ahead of me. My net worth, well, I said it was 1.4. It actually came in a little bit less than that, but I'm going to be kind and round it up to 1.4, 1.399. So that was a 7% growth from last year, or from last month. And overall, my 12 months here, I grew 50%. So really crazy the past 12 months about what I've actually seen from growth in here. So pretty positives. So what are your thoughts on this one? See anything you like, see anything you don't like? If this is the type of content you like, feel free to hit the subscribe button below. I'm usually pretty good about doing these at the beginning, the first couple days of every month, and also throw in a couple other videos of the month about different strategies I'm trying or what have worked for me or what haven't. But then finally, I wanted to talk on the new investments that I have going, the new investment account right here. So as I said, it was a goal of mine to start a non-retirement or basically a non-tax advantage account on the stock market. So I don't really have a bucket of money to put into this. So what I've committed to is $200 per paycheck. And the way I've committed to this is I've actually gone into my HR system at work, and I have the ability to move money in different bank accounts. So I have a bank account that's tied to my brokerage account. It's in the same firm. So I went in there and said, okay, 200 bucks out of my paycheck, always stick it over in this one. So it's kind of like I don't have to worry about moving the money over there. Basically my employer puts it over there for me. And then from time to time, either every paycheck or every 2 paychecks, I want to make a buy. And right now I want to start out by just doing some really steady dividend stocks. Not going to get rich off of these, but just kind of want to wait until the balance gets probably about 5,000 or so. So it's probably going to be about a year before I actually want to really pay attention and be a little bit more focused on what stocks I want to buy. So, and that's also an important point. When you're starting out, don't worry too much about putting into your returns. It's really more about how much you're putting into it. So the contributions are the main thing. So that's one of the most focuses, especially with early 401ks. Don't worry about returns. Worry about what you're putting into it. Well, anyway, guys, that's kind of it right there. I always like to end with this roller coaster picture because I think that's what life's all about. Not roller coasters, but going up and down, and I think personal finance is as well. And we have to find ways to enjoy it and try to make the best of it, even if it's actually a bad month for us. But I hope September is your best financial month ever, and I hope you guys have a great afternoon.